Niner Empire, what's going on, guys? Heading into week 7. We got these garbage ass Washington Redskins. Want to give a huge shout out to 49 Cents. I watched your video, homie. You know, it's the truest shit ever. What you said, not only about the Redskins owner, but about our owner. And I know a lot of Niner fans will feel the same way, is most of us can't even stand to look at Jed York 90% of the time. And the one thing he has gotten right was when he brought Kyle and John Lynch in, he finally stepped back, quit putting his nose in and trying to run everything. He let football people do their job. And now you're seeing the results. Also, another thing I'd like to say about the Redskins owner and another reason why that franchise is such a piece of fucking garbage. And I was seeing this the other day, and I guess one of the former players that played there said that any player, when they go and speak to the Redskins owner, is not allowed to look at the guy. Most people want somebody to look at them when they're talking to them. The Redskins owner, you're not allowed to do that. You have to look at the ground. You cannot look at this guy. Who in the fuck runs a sports franchise like that? And the reason I want to touch on this is, I believe the Redskins have, 3 Lombardi trophies? Yes, it's been forever, I understand that. That's more than most teams in this league. And for a franchise that has 3 Lombardi trophies, for it to be run the way it is, and players like your stud left tackle, that no matter how much money you guys throw at this dude, you could offer him a $200 million contract at this point. It is not going to matter. It is not about the money at this point anymore for Trent Williams. I mean, of course, he gets traded. Yes, he will get paid by somebody else because he is that good. But it's about, they want the fuck out of there. People do not want to play for this organization. This owner puts his nose in too many people's business, you know. And I know Kyle Shanahan is in the lab right now, figuring something out, working on a game plan that when the end of this game is done and the Redskins are on the field with their fucking faces kicked into the ground and their teeth kicked through the back of their fucking skulls from what we're about to do to them, he's just gonna look up at that motherfucking owner's box and throw them double birds right at Washington's owner. For what he put Kyle and his father through, a 3-time Super Bowl winning, 2-time Super Bowl winning head coach and a 1-time Super Bowl winning offensive coordinator through. You know, I don't know if Haskins was the wrong pick for the Redskins. Because you don't know what the kid's going to be. But if you go off previous history, I will come out right now and say, yes, he was the wrong pick for the Redskins. Because RG3, that wasn't a Mike Shanahan pick. That was the coach. And then just because RG3 didn't fit in the Shanahan offense, that's when all that drama and turmoil started, and I'm sure there's other shit about it. But the owner really can't get too mad because Kyle Shanahan drew up an entire fucking game plan, a playbook, everything else, and turned RG3 into Rookie of the Year. So, I don't know what Washington's owner has against the Shanahans, but I'm telling you right now, and I'm sure he's on the phone with his pops, and he's like, yeah, I'm about to take this shit out on his ass, Dad. Washington, I mean, you guys have, on your defense, you have what? One decent defensive back. I'm not going to say the dude's elite. I'll say decent to good. And then you have Josh Norman. You know, you put Marquise Goodwin on him, and that's toast. And then you went and paid a shit ton of money for Landon Collins, I believe y'all got from the Giants? Anyway, y'all paid a shit ton of money for this dude. Now, I'm not saying he's not a good safety, but the money you paid for him, you want him to be a cover safety, a guy that can not only come down in the box, but can take tight ends out of the game. He's not that. He is a box safety, and you put him in coverage, it's a liability. Not one of your fucking, and your free safety isn't going to come down just so he can cover George Kittle and leave the whole goddamn center field exposed. That's not going to happen. So, that takes your two safeties off right there. You don't have one linebacker. I could see Kyle Shanahan, oh my God, the things he is drawing up right now. Or the game plan he wants to run against Washington. Yes, it's going to be run heavy. Okay, we may not have had our best yards per carry. We ran for 99 yards against the Lambs, but we still ran the rock 41 times. He is going to run and take your soul away. You know, and the team on the offensive side of the ball, I know at least George Kittle, and I'm sure a lot of the other guys think the same way. Like when we played that Cleveland game on Monday night, Shanahan drew up a pass play, and I think it was George Kittle said to him, or somebody said to him, why are you calling that play? Just keep running it, coach. We're taking their soul. This is the type of team the Niners have. Offense, defense, we come to take souls from you motherfuckers. And now the Washington players have to pay. They have to pay that pound of flesh that their owner has inflicted upon them for the shit he did to the Shanahans. This ain't personal for you, about you Washington players. I'm sorry Casey Keenum has to sacrifice his life for your owner. From what I heard, he's got a hurt foot. Yeah, he'll probably start, but you come in with an injury against this defensive line, and Trent Williams, his blindside protector, is down, or not down, but isn't playing, and you gotta face Bosa and D4. Oh my God, Casey Keenum, Prayers up to you, homeboy. So, Redskin fans that want to see y'all's first-round quarterback, you may get your wish this week. Because Casey Keenum's going to sacrifice his life, and Colt McCoy might end up getting wrecked as well. So you may have to throw Haskins into the fire. I don't think your interim coach is going to be ready for this storm that is going to hit the nation's capital. This defense is rolling on all cylinders right now. 2 weeks in a row, we have held teams to under 200 total yards of offense. We have held every single opponent we have played under 20 fucking points. And just what we are doing on the defensive side of the ball is ridiculous. The only other team that is even on our level, and they're a little bit better right now, is New England. And then there's a huge gap as far as defense goes. I understand y'all coming off your first win of the season, but that was against the Dolphins. You had a running game against the Dolphins. AP, he ain't that type of runner that is going to have a whole lot of success on this defense. Not saying he ain't a good back. And his history, he ain't had a whole lot of success on 49ers, period. I see this game being a blowout. I'm not going to predict no scores. But this game's going to be a blowout. The Niners are going to improve to 6-0. And then we'll cross that bridge when it comes, and we'll we'll talk about Carolina afterwards. But like I said, for you Washington players, and I'm sorry for what's going to happen to you guys, but this right here is like 49 cents, like my boy 49 cents said. This is a Kyle Shanahan get-back game. He got something to prove to the ownership of the Washington Redskins. And this monster that is the 49ers right now is going to take it out on your ass and take your soul right out of your motherfucking chest. That's all I got. I'll see y'all after the game.